Frantic searchers are looking for survivors of Ecuador's most powerful earthquake in decades at this hour. The 7.8 magnitude quake killed at least 272 people on Saturday night. More than 2,500 others are hurt. Many others are still missing.
The destruction stretches hundreds of miles from the epicenter along Ecuador's coast. David Begnaud is at Guayaquil, the site of one dramatic rescue effort. David, good morning.
Good morning. The power of that 7.8 earthquake was enough to bring down this bridge in Guayaquil. It is 300 miles from the epicenter of the quake. This here is the windshield of one man's vehicle on the ground, left behind after rescuers tried to save the man. His car was crushed when the bridge fell on top of it. His wife was in the car with him. She survived. We're told the man died instantly. The bridge that collapsed, you can see it's separated here. Rebar sticking out, rubble underneath. Across Guayaquil, which is the largest city in Ecuador, there's damage, but for the most part, it is minimal. As you get north of here, people are using their bare hands this morning to pull their neighbors from the rubble. Rescue teams pulled this woman from the rubble Sunday. She was trapped under a fallen roof. And people in Manta, Ecuador cheered as a small child and several others were rescued from a 5-story building that had collapsed. These are the few stories of triumph in what seems like a sea of devastation. Hundreds of people are dead. Thousands more are injured, and Ecuador's vice president admits a large number of people are still unaccounted for, possibly buried under debris. I saved my family at least, this woman in Pedernales said, but my little nephew is still inside. This appears to be the moment the 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck Saturday night. This woman tries to brace herself between two cars as the ground rocks violently beneath her. Alice Gandelman and her husband are from California. They are on vacation in San Clemente. The Northern California couple say they're used to earthquakes, but nothing like this.
The shaking continued and it got more and more intense, and there was a big boom. It was about 49 seconds long, which is a very long time to have the earth moving under your feet.
There is significant damage more than 100 miles south of the epicenter in Puerto Vallejo, where a hospital collapsed. Nearby, 180 prisoners escaped from a jail. At sunrise this morning, search and rescue will resume across this country in the hardest hit areas. Gail, in the city of Pedernales, one man was quoted as saying, "You can hear people calling for help, but we just can't get to them."
Boy, that's heartbreaking to hear. Thank you very much, David Begnaud in Ecuador.